Have you ever wondered why public anger is rising in China? It's a question that has been on the minds of many observers, both within and outside the country. Beneath the surface of the economic powerhouse, a current of discontent is stirring. This discontent is not just a fleeting moment of dissatisfaction, but a growing sentiment that has been building over time. It's a subtle rumble, often unheard amidst the clamor of progress. The rapid urbanization and industrial growth have masked these underlying issues for years. But for those who listen closely, the whispers of frustration are growing louder. Conversations in parks, discussions in classrooms, and quiet talks in cafes reveal a populace increasingly aware of their circumstances. This isn't the China of decades past, where silence reigned supreme. The historical context of a more controlled and silent society contrasts sharply with today's more vocal and connected generation. A new generation, digitally connected and globally aware, is finding its voice. Social media platforms have become a powerful tool for expressing grievances and mobilizing support. They are questioning the established order, demanding transparency, and yearning for a say in their future. This generation is no longer content with the status quo and is pushing for change. The source of this growing unease, a complex web of social and economic anxieties. Rising living costs, job insecurity, and a lack of affordable housing are just a few of the issues fueling this discontent. The once reliable path to prosperity, education, hard work, a home, is becoming increasingly elusive. Many young people feel that no matter how hard they work, they cannot achieve the same level of success as previous generations. The gap between the haves and have-nots is widening, leaving many feeling left behind. The stark contrast between wealth and poverty is becoming more visible and harder to ignore. And as economic growth slows, so too does the government's ability to mask these underlying tensions. The slowdown has exposed vulnerabilities in the economic model that once seemed invincible. The Chinese Communist Party, long accustomed to unquestioned authority, now faces a populace that is less afraid to voice its grievances. The traditional methods of control and suppression are being tested like never before. From the bustling streets of major cities to the rural heartland, a sense of disillusionment simmers. This discontent is not confined to urban areas, but is also felt in the countryside, where economic opportunities are even scarcer. The government's response? A familiar cocktail of censorship, surveillance, and repression. These measures, while effective in the short term, may not be sustainable in the long run. But will these tactics be enough to quell the rising tide of discontent? The resilience and determination of the people suggest that the answer may not be straightforward. The answer, it seems, is far from certain. The future of China hangs in the balance as these internal struggles play out. As China grapples with these internal challenges, the world watches with bated breath. The international community is keenly aware that the outcome will have far-reaching consequences. The outcome of this struggle will not only shape the destiny of the world's most populous nation, but will also have profound implications for the global order. The world is watching, waiting to see how China navigates this critical juncture in its history. In China, open dissent can be a dangerous act. The omnipresent surveillance cameras, the ever-watchful eyes of the authorities, and the potential for severe repercussions create an environment where speaking out is fraught with peril. Yet, acts of individual courage are becoming increasingly commonplace. Despite the risks, more and more people are stepping forward, driven by a sense of justice and a desire for change. Take, for instance, the bridge banners, solitary figures risking their freedom to unfurl messages of defiance on busy overpasses. These acts are not just about the banners themselves, but about the powerful statements they make. These are not the actions of organized groups, but of ordinary citizens driven to extraordinary lengths. They are teachers, workers, students, and parents who have had enough of the status quo. Their messages are often simple, direct, and deeply personal. They speak to the heart of the issues that affect everyday life, from economic hardships to the lack of basic freedoms. They speak of lost savings, shattered dreams, and a yearning for basic freedoms. These personal stories resonate with many, creating a shared sense of struggle and hope. These individual acts of defiance are a testament to the growing sense of frustration within China. Each act, no matter how small, contributes to a larger movement of resistance. They are a visceral reminder that the CCP's control, while formidable, is not absolute. The cracks in the facade are becoming more visible, and the courage of these individuals is a significant factor in this shift. For each banner unfurled, for every voice raised, a seed of resistance is sown. These seeds, though small, have the potential to grow into a powerful force for change. These acts of courage may seem small, but their impact is profound. Like ripples in a pond, they spread outwards, touching more lives and inspiring further acts of defiance. They chip away at the facade of unity, revealing the cracks in the CCP's grip on power. Each act of defiance weakens the illusion of total control. And perhaps more importantly, they inspire others to find their voice, to challenge the status quo, and to demand better. This growing chorus of voices is a powerful force for change. The bridge banners are a powerful symbol of the human spirit's indomitable desire for freedom and justice. They remind us that even in the face of great adversity, the human spirit remains unbroken and resolute. The economic miracle of China, once a source of national pride, is showing signs of strain. The rapid growth that lifted millions out of poverty and transformed the nation into a global powerhouse is now facing significant challenges. The real estate bubble, inflated by speculation and risky lending practices, is deflating. Once booming construction sites now stand abandoned, and the skyline of many cities is dotted with unfinished high-rise buildings. Ghost cities, eerie monuments to overdevelopment, stand as stark reminders of the economic imbalances plaguing the nation. These vast, empty urban areas are a testament to the overzealous ambitions of developers and local governments. For millions of Chinese families, their life savings are tied up in property. The dream of owning a home, once seen as a secure investment, has turned into a financial nightmare for many. As the value of these investments plummets, so too does their sense of security. Families are left grappling with the harsh reality that their hard-earned money may never be recovered. Adding to the economic anxieties is the plight of China's youth. The younger generation, once hopeful for a bright future, now faces an uncertain job market. The official unemployment rate for young people has soared, exceeding 20% in urban areas. This figure, however, only scratches the surface of the deeper issues at play, but even this alarming figure masks the true extent of the problem. Many young people are underemployed, taking on jobs that do not match their qualifications or aspirations. Many young people are underemployed, trapped in low-paying, dead-end jobs. The promise of upward mobility, a cornerstone of the Chinese social contract, is slipping away. The dream of upward mobility, once a cornerstone of the Chinese social contract, is fading fast. Graduates once filled with hope and ambition now find themselves disillusioned and frustrated. Inflation further erodes the purchasing power of ordinary citizens. The cost of living continues to rise, putting additional strain on already tight household budgets. Prices for basic necessities are rising, making it harder for families to make ends meet. The struggle to afford everyday items is becoming a common experience for many. The government's attempts to stimulate consumer spending have had limited success. Despite various measures, the desired boost in economic activity remains elusive. The reality is that many Chinese families are struggling to keep their heads above water. Financial stress is becoming a pervasive issue, affecting the well-being of countless households. And then, there are the foreign trade tensions, particularly with the United States. The ongoing trade war has created additional economic headwinds. The trade war, initiated under the Trump administration and continuing to simmer, has taken a toll on the Chinese economy. Tariffs and trade barriers have disrupted supply chains and reduced export volumes. Exports have declined, factories have closed, and workers have been laid off. The ripple effects of these disruptions are felt across various sectors of the economy. While the government downplays the impact of these external pressures, they add to the sense of uncertainty and unease. The combined weight of these economic challenges is fueling widespread anxiety and concern about the future. Xi Jinping, since assuming power, has consolidated his authority to an unprecedented degree. He has abolished term limits, effectively making himself president for life. He has cracked down on dissent, silencing critics and tightening control over the media and the internet. Human rights lawyers have been arrested, journalists have been intimidated, and academics have been silenced. The CCP, under Xi's leadership, has ramped up surveillance, utilizing facial recognition technology and artificial intelligence to monitor citizens' activities. The message is clear. Big Brother is watching, and any sign of dissent will not be tolerated. This crackdown on dissent has created a climate of fear and self-censorship. People are afraid to speak their minds even in private. The internet, once a vibrant space for discussion and debate, is now heavily censored. Social media platforms are closely monitored, and any posts deemed critical of the government are swiftly removed. The CCP's strategy is clear. To maintain its grip on power, it must control the narrative. It must silence dissenting voices and ensure that only the party line is heard. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.